I walked in the first day and said, if you're going to be in this group, here's what I expect on a daily basis. And that was probably the only day I ever said that. And then every day after that, it just literally walked in, we'd come in, we'd play, and in all honesty, all the troubles just went away. For that 48-minute class period, nobody was worried about masks. They wore their masks during the rehearsal, and then we spaced out all 6 feet apart and everything, but nobody worried about masks, nobody worried about COVID, nobody worried about homework. We all just got together and we just played music. My goal this past year was kind of reshape how we approach things in that ensemble. We should be making music for the sake of making music, not necessarily to win a contest. If we win a contest, that's a byproduct of the kids just fully investing themselves in this type of music.
I've been playing saxophone for about 7 years now. This is my 7th year playing. But on the recordings that we did for the submission, I was actually playing flute for one of the songs, which I'd learned like a month and a half beforehand. In 6th grade, we went in and we would try out these different instruments, like see what you're best at, what you're not. I wanted to play percussion, and I got a 3 out of 10 on that, so that went out the door quickly. But then I was like, oh, saxophone, I'm pretty good at that. And there's Duran, why not? 'Cause I got pretty high scores on other instruments, but saxophone just felt right.
The biggest challenge is in a jazz band like ours, you have one kid on a part, and there's no backup. Whereas in a concert band setting, in our concert ensembles, we carry 8 saxophones in a group. We carry 10 clarinets. So if one kid goes out, no problem. Next kid can just easily fill in the part, and we can make that work. I didn't even plan to enter this contest initially because we didn't know what the jazz bands would look like. We didn't know what the student body was going to look like in general. So we were just kind of crossed our fingers. And luckily, Mr. Matheson, my predecessor, who ran the Highlanders before I did, had built up a really great reputation. I mean, he's kind of the one that put us on the national stage with a lot of things. The groups before mine had been to New York as invited artists or invited finalists for the Central Ellington contest. He took them to Georgia for the Savannah Music Festival, took them to Kansas City for the Basically Basie competition. I mean, he's helped put us on the national stage, and he himself too has been a winner of this particular contest. And so as I took over my first year this past year, I wasn't really sure how to follow that up at all. Like I said, I wasn't expecting anything out of it. I just wanted some good recordings of my band, so that way I had it for my files. And as Brent said, hey, you should submit for this, because it's always a great thing where you get great feedback from a nationally recognized adjudicator. And so I said, yeah, we'll submit for it. And we got the phone call on Tuesday that our director of fine arts had said, hey, are you aware that you submitted for this? It's like, yeah, we did submit for that. And she said, well, congratulations, you are a national winner. And I was, first just in disbelief because, and then once I finally read everything and saw all that stuff, I was like, wow, this is a really cool feeling. It really does show all the adversity we went through last year.
It feels pretty good. I mean, it's been like an evolution. Just every year it feels like we do a little bit better. I mean, naturally, when he came up to the high school with me, of course the competitions are going to get bigger, the rewards are going to feel better. But now that's like from 6th grade, learning how to play the instrument in the class with him, to now we're winning national awards. It feels pretty good.
I'd like to say definitely thank you to my colleagues here at Temple High School. Mr. Matheson laid a great foundation before me and the many other directors before me. You guys may not be aware of this, but this is something we always love to brag about, especially about Temple High School. We are home to the oldest jazz program in the state of Texas. And it was started in 1952 by Mr. Durward Howard, who is, the godfather of all things Temple High School music related here. And so honestly, without him, my current colleagues and all the directors in the past, without them, we wouldn't have where we're at today. And I do want to give a special thank you to my wife, who even during a very trying year was always very supportive, always very encouraging. And she always made sure that I always had the kids' best interest at heart. No matter how difficult times got, she always just made sure that I was keeping the main thing with our students.
Jesus.